munchkins and viewers alike, it's me Munchie. Welcome back to the channel and to a rescue intake story. Now, before we get into this, if you're new here, I run a small animal rescue for hamsters, gerbils, and mice in Washington State with my volunteers, and I share these stories online via Instagram as well as YouTube. YouTube is my personal platform. Basically, I just share what I do. This is one of the neglect situations. There's no excuse. There's no effing excuse. All right, so I'm gonna be talking in negative light here about these people because I feel like they should have done more and these animals were neglected. So if I yell into the camera, it's not for you guys. It's for the previous owners, which rattle my brain, which I shouldn't be doing that because I found out I have something medical that's going on with my neck, so I need to not tense up, but it's very hard when sharing the story. So trigger warning, I share with you this story to hopefully encourage you guys to think adoption first and to check out animals in your area who desperately need someone. All right, please stop shopping at pet stores. Think adoption first. Now I'll share with you guys how it all started, where it went from there, and what we received, and how the animals are doing currently right now, because they've been in our care for, I want to say, a couple weeks to a month. We saw on Craigslist a very disturbing ad, and we were like, okay, no, these guys need to get out of here. We saw an ad for dwarf hamsters. There was 2 of them in the ad, and it was in a place of which we could not get to, but we're like, no, 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 we gotta step in. This is not okay. The ad says 2 winter white dwarf hamsters, a little over a year old, come with cages, meaning there's more than one, that are easy to clean and get into. You will see why. I am so upset when they say that. I want to literally smack them, all right, verbally. Because physically, oh my God, I can't get into violence. I might, hurt my own self. Also updated with silent wheels, so you're not disturbed with their late night activity. They are really sweet, have been well cared for, and come with hamster ball and extra food and fluff. $20 each. Text if you're interested, thanks. When I saw the enclosure, you can see in the photo that obviously around the water level, there's nothing but urine and filth. And then you see only half bedding in the compartment down below. Now, by the way, this is the Furplast hamster cage and the All Living Things cage, because there's multiple companies that have this design, and now All Living Things, which actually is changing their name to, I forgot what it is because I saw it yesterday at PetSmart, but they're changing their line, so I get to review everything over again with a new name, so hopefully people can stop shopping like they don't know any better. So unfortunately, that's why I keep having to make these videos. But anyways, there is a 5-inch flying saucer wheel, and we just don't use saucer wheels anymore for hamsters. If there's classic wheels, and there's really good classic wheels, there's no need for a flying saucer. Flying saucers, they are super lightweight, and they can easily tip over, easily break, and easily start squeaking because they are made out of the worst materials to use. Plastic, just cheap, destructible plastic that after a while already looks gross. So, more waste in our landfills. Thank you, You and Me Petco brand, for ruining our environment. Like, I really want them to do better, so I will shame them publicly. I'm totally okay with that. But it is so filthy, and yet the audacity these people had were to say in their ad, easy to clean. I'm so mad. This was the one in the photos. Oh, this is easy. No, it's not easy to clean because apparently you couldn't even fucking clean it. And I'm spitting at the camera because I'm so frustrated with this person. You. By the way, they have a medical issue going on right now. Why else would I be salty if there was an actual neglect happening? I'm getting so sick of people that just don't seem to care. They're like, oh, it's just an animal. It's just a small animal. That's what I'm getting the vibe from this, but I'll continue, all right? I'll continue. Condition, excellent, by the way. They literally had to put excellent. Oh, big F you. Big F you. Oh, this is not excellent. I don't care who you are. This is ridiculous. This is not clean. Would you like to step around in this? No, you wouldn't. You let animals suffer in this. You sufferable piece of shit. I will never know these people. All right, we actually had a wonderful person. I don't know if they want to be named, but we are working with 2 different transport help with this rescue that got them from the other side of Washington and transported them to us. So thank you kindly so much. Oh my God, she felt for these animals and she was like, yes, I will definitely inquire. I will definitely go pick them up. I will make sure they're okay. And when she got them, she was so sad. When texting this person, they seem like they cared, but it's just so like, do you guys not like pay attention to the animals of which you're technically caring for? It's so stupid. Anyways, they're like, oh, we do want a good home for them. We currently have COVID, but we'll be out of quarantine as of Monday if you want to get them. Hamsters can contract COVID. We were really scared that these guys had COVID. Thankfully, they did not, and they were probably never interacted with or never even breathed upon because of the disgust that we see inside of these enclosures when we got them. They write about this to the person picking them up, and they do take a while to get used to you. You have to go slow, and they are sensitive to smell. So if your hands stink, they might not like that. They do well if you tempt them with a sunflower seed and let them eat while holding them. And then they're both girls. We got them from Petco August 2020. They bite lightly to explore. It's not aggressive. There are YouTube video. This is the part that got to me and to the volunteers of this transport. Oh my God, they were like, really? Really? Okay. There are YouTube videos on how to train your hamster and get them used to you. Why didn't they get used to you? But anyways, YouTube videos on how to train and not how to take care of. I can literally smell, this has not gone anywhere near this bedroom because it stank too high. Freaking heavens. Having it in here, and I'm just so sensitive. This is disgusting. The other one's not as disgusting. I just can't believe these people are like, it's easy to clean. There's YouTube videos. Please get yourself checked out and make sure you're mentally okay, because I do hear from the community that they want to get an animal so that they can help with their mental illness, and I totally am for that. But if you yourself are causing that animal further harm because you cannot mentally take care of yourself or the animal, please don't get an animal. I know it's going to be rough hearing that. Companionship is great. There's other alternatives to find comfort. There is someone in my family who has for years not taken good care of their animals, and they think they're doing okay. They are not. They are absolutely not, but they keep telling themselves they are. But you know how humans work. They just deny everything, all right? But there are people that try their best to encourage those people to please see what you're doing is wrong. And sometimes you can change people's minds. You have to approach it very gingerly though. But there are other times when there is that blockade that they just don't understand or get through. So you have to either let authorities handle it, if it's animal neglect and you call it in, or you walk away from that situation and not speak to those people again. But also try to get those animals help at the same time by calling authorities, if you can. If you know anybody who is doing such thing. Let's just start opening up this cage. And then I'll tell you exactly what's happened with the hamsters involved. I'm a klutz. I forgot where I put my measuring tape, but the last time I measured these, they were at 286 square inches. I measured incorrectly on camera that one time, but I corrected myself via the pinned comments. But anyways, this is all living things, like I said. This is sold at PetSmart for I think around $79.99. It is not enough space, 450 square inches or above, for the hamster community in the United States. It's a little bit more in the UK and in Germany. Not by a whole lot. Germany, however, by a lot. But America, at least we're doing a lot better than places such as the Philippines or Mexico, where they just really don't have good care standards. And the people down there are trying their best to try to educate people on why animals should not be seen as accessories and or as bling symbol statuses. So let's open them both up. By the way, easy to access is a total crock of phooey, because this is the only place you can access. However, you can stick your hand in, but you can stick two hands in too. But the thing is, you just have this one entryway. I like front facing doors because if you open from the side, much easier. So this little entryway is not easy to enter. It's just, this is a tactic that people have so that they can sell you a product and they can get it out of their way. I like to be at least honest with the things I sell, especially when I was selling on eBay. If something was in not so great condition, I will let them know, hey, this needs a lot of care and maybe to be refurbished. But yeah, a lot of this is just, this is bullshit. Condition excellent, my ass. Now with these, they come with a water holder, bottle, and little hide. And then the top part's supposed to be where they explore. This is supposed to be mimicking kind of like the wild, where there's burrows underneath, and then on top, that's where they run around on. When they did have the wheels, because it comes with stupid wheels, and they've replaced them with even crappier wheels, but they would just hold right here on the sides. This right here should be about 3.5 inches of bedding, but as you can tell, there is not enough bedding in here. Yet, they have a new bag of bedding right here from Walmart. This is the Walmart brand, and it's very heavy too. But They did not put enough bedding in here. Bedding helps absorb the ammonia. And so you're not smelling all of this. And I don't like these upper levels because there's no bedding on top of here. So if they urinate like this huge line right here, you're gonna breathe it in. And I'm breathing it in right now, so I'm gonna try to go as fast as possible. This is disgusting. It's probably never been cleaned out. This is disgusting. It's got a chew inside of there. Putting this aside. Water bottle, they were taken out. They haven't really been leaking a whole lot, but it looks like this was wet for a little bit. They do have chew toys. Now, these chew toys, you could see, have been chewed. Just like this one right here. This one's heavily chewed, so they were very stressed. It takes a while for my animals at the rescue to use up their chews because they're not constantly chewing on it. They have the correct type of diet and seed mix so that keeps the incisors down. But for these guys, they were just climbing all over the bars. We were told by our transporter that they were monkey barring, and that's not okay. This one's brand new though. This is a new one, so we can definitely hold on to that one, kind of have it baked and stuff. But these are way too small for them, and guess what? They break. They freaking break. So these are crap, and of course these are just gonna end up in landfill. Please don't support plastic. If you need to go acrylic, please, please, please. This was the type of food that they were eating, which this is an exercise ball. We don't talk about balls, not about the exercise balls. And also, there is nowhere in here that showed that there was a dust bath for them. They need sand baths, not dust baths. These are way too fine of a powder for small animals. This is for chinchilla use only. And so there's nothing in there that shows that they were using this. I don't know what blocks they were using, but this is low quality, small world that you buy from Walmart. This is mouse and rat. What the heck? This isn't even hamster. So all this is wrong. I hate this. We're just gonna breeze on through this. I am gingerly gonna take this off because I am scared. Actually, here guys. Would you like to see that? Would you like to get a whiff of that? Ooh, smells great through the camera. Don't you just wanna walk around on all of this? Ooh, look. You can see their pee corners. Like this one right here, that's a pee corner, that's a piss corner, that's a I'm gonna go there corner. Ugh. And they're about a year or older, which sucks because these guys have had them for so long in such bad care. They're not okay, by the way. They are definitely not okay. All right, I'm washing my hands after this. I'm just kind of breezing on through this because my battery's about to die. Even with that over there, this still smells heavily of stuff. Like there's a pea corner right here. And then like, look how much seed that they don't eat. That's just way too much sunflower seeds. There's not a lot of raw ingredients right there. You need a variety of raw ingredients. Because if you keep giving them the same cheeseburger over and over and over again, you're only getting a certain amount of vitamins and minerals and protein. Now look at this. This is such a waste. This right here, these are fiber pellets. They don't need fiber in their diets, not a whole lot. They do need some, but corn is a filler. And when it comes to whole corn like this, not squished, not flat, not flaked, whatever, this right here, they just don't eat. They just leave it. So you see this right here, this was left by someone. And then over here, like, look at how much of this is so wasteful. They pee on it because they're trying to protect their stash. Like, this is so wasteful. Look how many millet seeds are in here. And the crazy part is, and I'll just say this now, both of them were underweight. Yeah, isn't that crazy? Both of them were underweight. There is something going on. One of them, which we've named Billie and Bonte, just because at first we couldn't tell if they were females. There's just so much stuff here. They'll pee, they'll urinate on it, they'll protect it, and it will just get very moldy very quickly. So yeah, all this is just a waste, and there's not enough bedding inside of here. Look guys, like look. If you're having a baby, you do your research, you do your due diligence to make sure your baby comes out perfect and at good weight and all this stuff, and you don't drink or smoke during the whole process and yada yada yada. Yet for pets, people are just like, I just want to have them. You guys tell me what I need, and I think I'll take good care of them, right? Right? No. This is a very improper way, and this is more of an impulse purchase type way. This is all neglect right here. By the way, for plastic again, this is a plastic base, and this right here has already cracked. Ooh, $80 purchase and it's already broken. Ugh, gross, 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 gross. I have yet to make an actual video review of this enclosure, but I hate this enclosure. These guys were severely underweight. Bonte was around 26 and then Billie was 36. This is a weight that should not be for winter whites, and they are indeed winter white hamsters. They are probably hybrids, meaning that they contain mixed genetics, and these guys are very susceptible to diabetes too. But they were underweight. Despite seeing so much food inside of at least one of the enclosures, the other one might have been Bonte's enclosure where there wasn't a whole lot in there. I forgot if there was a family and if it was kids or not, just because there was multiple people involved, so I just won't say more about that because I don't remember. We've been doing a lot of rescues recently, so I don't want to mix things up because it's possible. Bonte is so underweight when I was feeling them, and these guys were both scared to death when we got them, but they were very gentle at first, but that was probably because they just didn't know what was going on. But they, upon being felt, Bonte, you could feel her spine, and she has a hunch with her spine too. She doesn't actually look right, and you could feel her ribs and everything. Whereas Billie, she's a lot heavier. I believe we talked to them and they said that they were originally together, but they began fighting, so they separated them, and that was a long time ago. I do not recommend to any new-time hamster owner, or just really hamster keeping in general, to have multiple pairs of dwarf hamsters. We cannot mimic that of what is in the wild for a colony of dwarf hamsters as we can in domestic life. And do they need to have a buddy? No, they do not. They are not like gerbils. They are not like ferrets. And they're not like guinea pigs where you absolutely need to have another. There is, however, in those types of species, rare occasions where there's just a loner. This happens in a lot of the animal kingdom where there's just loners and they cannot fit in, they cannot get into a herd, a pride, or you know what. But because of the pet industry and how poor we keep these guys, not you or I, but like when it comes to like learning about these animals, a lot of stuff is not proper for them, and it's run by the pet industry. So we really don't have a say in control. I mean, like, did you guys start it off right? I mean, now you probably did, but there's a lot of people out there that are like, oh yeah, no, I started off wrong for hamsters, and hey, that includes me. I started off wrong for hamsters despite buying everything from the pet store. We unintentionally neglected our pets, and now we know better. And when we tell people they're unintentionally neglecting their pets, they say, well, the pet store knows better than you. That's a valid reason. So we're trying out there to discourage people from going that route by saying, oh, the pet store knows best. There could be individual people working at pet stores. I used to be a pet store worker myself, where we encourage you to go to California Hamster Association, Ontario Hamster Club, the UK version, etc., and check out these places where they will provide you with good information because they are there for that species of animal. Pet stores are just there to display them in display tanks, make money, and profit off of your child or you wanting the cute little fuzzy guy in the window when it turns out he's actually an aggressive dwarf hamster that wants to bite your fingers off because of the way he was bred. Unfortunately, Bonte does need to seek veterinary help, and we have her scheduled for an upcoming vet appointment, and we are hopeful that there is nothing severely wrong, but there is a possibility that we are going to see on some images that there might be some neurological damage because she might have been dropped, flung, or just fell off of her bars. Dwarf hamsters who climb their bars, that is very bad. So please, for dwarf hamsters, seek a solid base. Tanks are good. DIY bin cages with lids that have the ventilation, not the sides where they can climb on the sides. Please make sure that your dwarf is not in a wire enclosure. There is the Savick Hamster Haven, and there is the Savick Mickey extra large or whatnot, and that doesn't have as much bar spacing as like the Preview 528, which I highly do not recommend for dwarfs. I really don't, and I'm actually gonna start making that a rule at the rescue that no, if you got the Preview 528, I'm sorry, we don't want to rehome a hamster to you if it's going in that, if it's a dwarf hamster, because they are so susceptible to fall damage, so much so that we've had several with neurological issues, stargazing issues, and one that developed seizures. Oh, she had so many seizures. That's right. Oh, I'm trying to remember her name. Anyways, if you want to keep up to date with whatever's going on, please check us out on Instagram, Munchie's Place for Homeless Pets. That will have all of our updated information on the animals we take in, including animals that are not featured on YouTube, just because I don't make a whole bunch of YouTube videos, and this is my personal channel, whereas the rescue's Facebook and Instagram pages are for the rescue, not for me. So don't find me on there, and please stop looking for me, and please stop identifying me whenever you see me. Please, I want my privacy. I just want to be a help in the community without being called out in the community. Just wink at me, all right? Just do a little wink and be like, oh, thank you. Thank you for the tidbits. So thank you so much. I'll see you around in the next video. Subscribe if you're new here and would like to become a part of the Munchkin family, and adios. Bye.